Most founders sound exactly like the competition. If you want to be competitive in a crowded market, you can't just be better, you have to be different. I'm your host, Cameron Olds.
And I'm Dallin Merrill, and we're here to talk about how you can avoid being mistaken for your competition, differentiate your brand, and ultimately create a lasting competitive advantage for yourself in the market.
Welcome to Differentiate or Die. This episode of Differentiate or Die is brought to you by MessageOS. And by brought to you by, we mean written by.
If your team describes your product 10 different ways, your product is no longer differentiated. It's confusing, and so are your customers.
MessageOS helps big teams keep every sales deck, social caption, and support reply on message and on brand.
Clear, consistent, differentiated. Every time someone talks about you.
See how it works at protagonistcomms.co.
Okay, Cameron. I'm going to read you this time their H1s, like we said we wanted to do last time, and you're going to guess what company they are.
Let's do it.
So, the H1 for this company is Seriously Nice Flights Await.
Seriously Nice Flights Await?
Yes.
Delta?
No.
Google Flights?
No.
What's the other one?
There's so many airlines. This one is Breeze.
Oh, okay.
So Breeze is one company. The next H1, and you probably have never heard of this airline, so that's fine. But the H1 is Luxury Without Limits.
Frontier?
No. It's MagnificaAir. You've probably never heard of them. But
Never heard of them.
I'm kind of excited about these today. I wanted to put two airlines together, and I thought about Delta. I thought about other airlines. But these ones are kind of distinct categories. And so I was curious to see if their messaging would match what I would expect them to be. I think Breeze, to me, is on the side of economic, right? I mean, What do you know about Breeze before I taint your view of what Breeze is?
I've flown Breeze before. Once to California, once to Texas. So, I would say they followed the JetBlue model, which was, and they were differentiated because they had a differentiated target audience where Delta was going after like expensive premium business class homies that are traveling for work and like a really nice experience or whatever. They were just like budget people. And JetBlue only used regional airports instead of main hubs like LAX or Salt Lake City. And like they used one aircraft. It was like the 747, and that was it. Like they didn't have like a fleet of different planes or whatever for turnaround time and like operating ease. So they're pretty cool, which actually is funny because JetBlue and Breeze were founded by the same person. So I imagine that Breeze is probably running the same playbook as JetBlue. That JetBlue originally was, because I think JetBlue's kind of like upgraded their stuff now.
Yeah, and on the flip side, we've got MagnificaAir, who is coming into the market as a premium brand of like, we are like, forget Delta. Like Delta's not premium. Like this is luxury. Like
Love that.
We give you foot massages on your. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea, but
Maybe they do.
That's. I was just curious, to see two different companies that are supposedly on different sides of the spectrum in my mind. Breeze isn't like terrible. They're not Spirit, right? They're not like an airline that's a really crappy airline that you just need to get from point A to point B. But also they're not a Delta either. They're not. You don't have all your bells and whistles when you get on the plane. Right. There's no screens. Like you bring your phone and that's what you watch. Like it's pretty bare bones.
Right.
And then the opposite side of luxury. So I wanted to take a look at both of their websites and see if they even have that in their messaging. and what they're going after. So let's take a look. Is there one you prefer to go with first?
Let's do Breeze.
Okay. So here's Breeze's website. Seriously nice flights await. And instantly when I saw this, I was like, really? Like, to me, I don't like this H1. Like, when I first said this, you said Delta.
Right.
And I agree, right? Like, this isn't Breeze. Breeze isn't seriously nice flights. They're not crappy, but they're not like Delta. They're not they're not nice. They're not anything crazy. They're just getting you to point A to point B. And so I just thought I thought that there was a huge miss already with their H1.
Yeah, they could definitely. Could be anyone. I think that's my problem with it. It could be. I thought it was Delta. It could be any airline. It's any airline.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Spirit probably doesn't want people to think that their airlines suck, and so they probably use something like this. But
that was my thought. That was my thought number 2. Right? Is that why they do this? Is because they don't want people to think it's a budget airline or to have that image of being a budget airline. So they put seriously nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see what it says below. I have some thoughts.
Yeah, me too. I have some thoughts too, but I think there's a better way to put yourself as a budget airline without making yourself sound like a crappy airline.
Right, I agree.
Let's keep going. Take the fast track, blah, blah, blah. There's like a bunch of points and credit cards. I think this is one of the main ways airlines make money is with their airline cards. So I think this is why it's next in line. Like, I'm being straight honest. Like, that's fine, I guess. I don't think it's special. It's not differentiated. It's whatever. But if this is the way you're making most of your money, I think this is one of the main way Delta makes money is through their cards, their card partnerships and stuff. Then fine, whatever. But still, hopefully they get better. Next it says go where Breeze takes you, our destinations, and it has all their destinations, which has like quadrupled in number. Like,
yeah, wow.
Yeah, like look how many are there now. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I've done it once. I've gone through Breeze once, and it was actually through Ogden, and I thought it was really cool because like that's the only airline in Ogden, pretty much. Like, there's nowhere else that you can get onto an airline in Ogden besides your own plane. And it was really nice going from Ogden to California. Oops. So, yeah, I thought that was, I mean, this is fine. It's fine to have it on your website, I guess.
Yeah, I dig. I mean, it's basically, people just want to know if you're an airline, where you go.
Yeah, agreed. But down here, we start getting to Breeze does it better, our perks, and this perked me up. I was curious to see what they would say, how they do things better. And then was sorely disappointed when I saw earn Breeze points with every purchase. Okay, Delta does that too. You get Delta points. So does every other airline. The next thing it says, stay connected with streaming / quality Wi-Fi. I'm like, so does every other airline. The next one says checked bags included. Choose a nicer or nicest bundle and get checked bags. So, in fact, it's only included if you pick the right bundle, which also every flight has.
Right.
So, to me, I was like, all right, Breeze does it better. And then they have nothing underneath to show their differentiated value.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything else to the website?
Pretty much. Breeze app, travel with ease. That's it. That's literally it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think that they're communicating their differentiated value. I think it's in there. You can piece it together, but they're not outright saying it. And again, I'm guessing it as to what their differentiated value would be. Like I said earlier, I think it's a JetBlue play. It's a budget airline. I
Yeah.
would just say, I mean, I know the optics of being a budget airline, but you could lean into it. Like,
Yeah.
I would say the H1 would be something like a budget airline, but with in-flight Wi-Fi.
Sure. Yeah.
Or
Totally.
something like that. Just like lean into the fact, like, look, I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to get you from A to B. I can do it comfortably. Plus, here's this one differentiated thing that, we have in-flight Wi-Fi. And, you don't need a TV. Just bring your iPad or whatever.
Yeah.
And I know that dude, I can hear the leadership at JetBlue screaming in my head in the boardroom right now on a Tuesday. They're saying, but Cameron, we're so much more than a budget airline. But Cameron, we actually do have really nice flights. But yeah. I don't care. Like, I don't care. And neither do the people you're trying to service. And I think this is the fundamental disconnect between the ivory tower executives running a company and the lay people that are buying their products, is that the people in the ivory tower, the executives, they see everything. They know what leather they use to stitch the seats. They know the high quality jet fuel that they put in the tank. They see all of the cool bits and bobs and behind the scenes BS that everyone inside the company thinks is really cool. But outside the company, no one gives a rat's. They're just like, can you get me from Salt Lake to San Diego without breaking the bank so my kids can go, we can spend the rest of our money on Disneyland. And I'm not going to be miserable during the flight. Like, you're a budget airline.
Yeah.
Lean into it. There's no shame
can I tell
in it.
you,
Just lean into it.
one thing I would lean into as well is I loved traveling from Ogden to Orange County because of the the airports. Like, I loved going from small airport to small airport. Like, that was amazing. I skipped, like, you didn't have to go through this long line of people, and like, it was much more friendly. Like, you could totally lean into that too. I don't know, maybe not, but like, there's a lot of benefits to the way Breeze does things, and they don't message any of them on their website.
No, they don't. Yeah, like, I have no idea. I mean, like, you can glean from it.
Yeah.
But like the fact that in Utah, like, it lists Ogden and Provo, like like Salt Lake International's the big hub. You don't mention it.
Yeah.
Like, there's probably a dozen different ways they could message and position themselves as a budget airline. But
Yeah.
you have to read
in a
between
good
the lines.
way that doesn't make you sound like a crappy airline.
Yeah, 100%. And also, small regional airports, total vibes. I'm with you. Total vibes. It's actually quite nice. Like, this is a personal anecdote, and then I'll shut up about it. But like, when I'm traveling,
I love it.
When I'm traveling with my family to go on a trip, like, I like the hustle and bustle of a big airport because it's exciting and you're going on a trip or whatever, But also, like, when you're traveling for business and it's not pleasure and you're just like, frick, like, I just want to come home, or I'm not excited to go because I have to work. Like, get in and out. And anyway, small airports, regional airports are a vibe. Yeah,
they're awesome and they're fun, and a lot of people like them. Whenever, I will just say this one last thing before moving on. Whenever I hear someone talking about Breeze, I hardly hear bad things about them when they talk about them being a budget airline.
Yes.
Right? Like, I hear a lot of bad things when people talk about Spirit Airlines, but like, never about Breeze. Like, they talk about it as being a budget airline in a good way. In a, hey, this was really nice. Like, it was a really good way to travel on a budget.
Yes.
And that's what people are looking for, right? So lean into that. Like, lean into the fact that you are solving a specific problem for your target audience, and they love it.
Yes.
I don't know. I just want to leave it there.
On the flip side of that, is conversely, if you, like, there's danger in getting out over your skis and hyping yourself up beyond what you actually are. Because that's the expectation people have coming in. If you hype yourself up and you're like this hot stuff coming in, and you think you've sold them on you being a luxury flight like Delta, which I'm not saying that Breeze didn't do this. But if you're in the ivory tower and you think that you're the bee's knees because you see all the behind the scenes stuff, and you want people to think you're like the shiz, and you're not, like, those are the expectations people are going to show up to, and you can't meet those expectations, and that's where the bad reviews come. So it's actually a smart business decision to just position yourself where you actually are and lean into it and own it, because that's how you get good reviews. Is just own what you are. Don't be anything else. Just be you.
Yeah, I completely agree. Let's take a look at their Facebook. Breeze Airways. Hi, nice to meet you. We're Breeze Airways. Our flights and fares make travel easy to book and fun.
Yeah, okay. Could be anyone.
Yeah, agreed. Their LinkedIn. Welcome to Breeze Airways. A seriously nice new airline. Book your flights now. Okay. I mean, they said seriously nice new airline. Book your flights now, but whatever. Oh, did my screen stop sharing? My bad.
That's okay. You read it. I'm chill.
Cool. Well, that's Breeze Airlines. Let's take a look now at our next contestant, MagnificaAir.
I'm excited for this one, actually.
Luxury without limits. Enter a new era of luxury air travel where every detail is meticulously designed to elevate your journey. At MagnificaAir, we believe luxury is synonymous with personalization, privacy, and unparalleled service. Start your journey with us and discover the art of travel redefined.
I mean, they're definitely leaning into the luxury. That's some like luxurious language. Travel redefined. The art of travel redefined. Yeah, but at least here they're like, and it's arguably easier to do this than it is to lean into the fact that you're a budget airline, because everyone wants to be luxury, but no one wants to be budget. But like, at least they say luxury without limits, so you know that this is a luxury air travel experience.
That's a really good point, Cameron. Like, it is way easier to be a luxury than it is to be a budget.
If you're insecure. But if you're confident in what your product is, it doesn't matter. Sorry.
I agree. I agree. If we scroll down, it says more than just an airline. I kind of hate that, but whatever. Magnifica delivers a high-tailored, frictionless luxury air travel experience where each guest feels truly valued. Explore a world where luxury meets personalization. They keep on saying personalization. I'm curious what that means.
Did they say it before?
No, well, they did, yeah. We believe luxury is synonymous with personalization.
Yeah.
So
that's
like,
kind of a
what
cool
is that?
thing, though. Like if that personalization, I'm already going to give them differentiation because they're different target audiences. But I would love like comparing them to Delta or like, what's the other one? Is it UAE Airlines? Oh, what is it? It's like some Saudi airline that's like bougie. Anyway, if we were comparing those two together, then I think the personalization, depending on what they do, could be a cool thing.
Yeah, let's take a look. A glimpse of Magnifica. From VIP lounges to bespoke in-flight service, Magnifica is designed to transform your journey. Welcome aboard Luxury Redefined. With a firm foundation in the luxury air travel market, MagnificaAir is positioned to revolutionize a $240 billion industry. As we prepare for our launch, we invite visionary investors to join us in creating a brand that's both profitable and pioneering.
Interesting.
But that's about it, which is kind of disappointing.
Bummer. Are they up and running, or are they looking for funding?
I thought they were up and running. I knew they were looking for funding still, but they could just be looking for funding still. Okay, I'm at the About Us now, and it says the art of travel. MagnificaAir redefines luxury air travel with seamless, personalized experiences from booking to arrival. Here, every touch point is designed around you. So effortless booking, book your journey your way, online or with a dedicated concierge. Every detail just as you desire. Exclusive terminals are private terminals.
Love it.
Interesting.
Delta does
Eliminate wait times and maximize comfort. Begin your journey in style. That's cool. In-flight comfort, relaxed and spacious, elegantly designed cabins with gourmet dining and attentive service that anticipates your every need. swift post-flight experience, enjoy fast baggage handling, and exclusive black car service, closing your journey as smoothly as it began. Cool.
Ooh,
I like
cool.
that, Cameron.
Yeah. No, it's cool. I wish
that was on their front page, but yeah.
Also true. I wish they did something more with the personalization. I was thinking like, and Magnifica, if you're listening to this, I'll take a royalty for any of these ideas. But like, part of the checkout or like part of the booking would be like, hey, like, what would you like to eat? And it gives them like a menu, or like it could give you cuisines, you know. I don't know. You probably can't have a fully functioning kitchen on board or whatever, but like that type of a thing where it's like, what do you want to eat? And where do you want to sit? And what's your drink of choice? And, you know, what monogram do you want printed on your complimentary silk pajamas? You know, whatever the filthy rich do, you know? But like, that could be cool. Like, find ways to, if you tout personalization, like lean into that. Try to figure that out. I think that could be a huge differentiated value for you guys.
Yeah, I completely agree. Let's take a look real quick at their Instagram. Where the journey becomes the destination itself. All right, well, yeah, that's not that great.
Nope.
Their LinkedIn says where the journey becomes the destination itself. Hey, consistent there.
Okay.
Okay, Cameron. Let's go back to the beginning. Okay, yeah. Give your scores, and then I want to end with something.
Let's see. I'll give them both a star for differentiation. Comparing the two of them, they're on opposite sides of the target market. Clarity. I'm not gonna. I don't think. I was gonna maybe give. What was its name? Magnifica.
MagnificaAir.
I was gonna maybe give Magnifica a star for clarity, but that was after we read the second page, so I'm going to skip that. And then Magnifica gets a star for consistency. So Magnifica gets 2, Breeze gets 1.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's just... So here's what I wanted to end with. MagnificaAir and Breeze are on different sides of the spectrum. Maybe not completely. There's probably more luxury than MagnificaAir, like that Saudi one that you talked about. Mm-hmm. Or just having your own private jet is probably even
also
more,
true.
You know?
Also true.
And there's definitely more budget than Breeze.
Very true.
But I think just like looking at both of them, I could see there was a difference. Magnifica did a better job of showing their difference. But I really felt discouraged. I really felt sad at Breeze because I like them so much and they did such a poor job. I felt like of messaging what they do well. Yeah. So this is why it's so important is to message, is because if someone gets on, if I'm talking about Breeze to someone and then they get on their website and they're seeing something completely different than what I just told them, they're going to be pretty confused and maybe stop right there and go back to going on to Delta again because they're familiar with it and they don't end up wanting to go on into Ogden. Correct. However, if they went on to Breeze and they were like, oh wow, this is exactly what you described and I'm excited to try out a new experience, now that confusion is completely gone. So that's why it's so important to continue to talk about things even though other people are talking about you in that way. If that makes sense.
I totally agree. 100%. Totally.
So Breeze, hit us up. We can help you out. I want to help you out because I've loved flying with Breeze before, and I think that you guys really have something going. Look at how many new airport you guys like quadrupled in size. Like you're obviously doing just fine, but you can take it to the next level. I know you can. So reach out to us at protagonistcomms.co and we'll help you out.